Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Dual Destinies, and it appears we'll have to hear from the defendant herself once more.
I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand.
I trust you have no objections, Mr. Wright? I'm worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad. I can read your feelings, you know, boss. Guess there's no hiding it from her, huh? Don't worry. I know we need your testimony. Yeah, of course you do. But if anybody picks on her again, they'll pay. This is like us. This is like a lot of us, like, when we're playing this game. At least it's like me when I'm playing this game. It's like, we need the testimony, but like, if you say anything bad to them, you're gonna die. You will pass away. Because she's already anger level 1. Don't worry. I'll stop proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her. That's fair. Defense has no objection, Your Honor. In that case, I will take my leave. But before I do, there's just one more thing, Mr. Wright. Me? Yes?
Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it?
Are you like a supervillain? Like, you're starting to seem very supervillain-like.
I look forward to seeing you try.
This guy's hiding something. I just know it.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
He's like very direct, like in a very like aloof. I know it sounds so weird, direct and aloof, but he's like direct with his aloofness to us, you know, right in our face almost, because he knows that like right now we have nothing on him. But I guess like if Phoenix thinks he's suspicious, I'm willing to trust Phoenix on this. Bailiff, please go out to the lobby and bring back the defendant. I love, again, it's not nice that she's crying. The animation style and the art style is incredible. I think they struck a good balance between looking hand-drawn while also being 3D. I think they struck an amazing balance. Junie. Hi, Athena. She looks even worse off than before. See, you know what probably happened? And maybe this is just going off like how I like deal with emotions sometimes. Is like we sent her out there to calm down, but then without anyone around her, without any noise, like she had to think about everything, which can sometimes just like mess with your mind even more. You know what I mean? It's like she had to wallow in that chair thinking about what could happen. Sometimes it's almost like better to get the band-aid ripped off in some cases. Don't worry, Junie, we're here for you. This is such a cool outfit for Athena.
Thanks, thanks, Tina. I'll do my best too. You blew up the court because you bear resentments against the court, correct?
Dude, calm. No, of course not. There's a little cough.
What's that you say? I can barely hear you.
I haven't done anything wrong. This prosecutor's scary. He is pretty scary, but don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Objection. Objected. What an impudent little girl. Stop acting innocent and tell the truth.
Dude, you need to calm down. This is getting ugly.
You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it. That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was. Isn't that right?
Slap in the face with the hair. Honestly, like, can I go get the prosecutor's smack? Yes, you can. Look at this facial expression too. That's the literal definition here of like a rage that like where you can't even see anything anymore. You know, you're just kind of like seeing red. What? Of course not. Okay, I guess not. Do we have to review Courtroom Manners 101 again? I can't let a creep like that bully innocent girls like that, like this off so easily. I haven't forgotten about how he treated you. Don't worry about me. Just help Junie. Her heart's crying out. She's so scared. So very scared. Looks like Athena's picking something up with her heightened sense of hearing. So what's so cool about this is like it's clear that like we saw Athena crying in the court before. She knows how like proceedings can go and how like traumatizing they actually can be. So her like kind of like already picking up on someone else's like, you know, emotional damage when they're in this courtroom is actually like pretty cool. It's actually like a really nice character trait for her. And it sounds like this time, it's the voice of Miss Wood's heart. Oh my god, what a line! What a line!
Don't deny you stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you?
Where's your proof? Where's your proof, buddy? That was a good objection. Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant. I agree. I agree.
Yes, Miss Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask that you behave more like a gentleman.
The judge is like acting really good this trial. Usually he's like all over the place. He's actually been very good this trial, I would say.
But don't you know, Your Honor, there is no more a gentleman in this world than I.
Like, the judge is made to be like a character who is very silly, and he's like very, you know, he's intentionally a comedic judge. You know what I mean? That like is there to pass down the judgment in the end. No one can deny that. He is intentionally there to be like funny, with serious tones every once in a while. But like this trial, he's actually been like very little complaints. As if a gentleman would, or even a gentleman, would behave like he does. Don't let the rude ruffian win. Taking charge here, Athena.
Athena. How dare you call a gentleman such as I a rude ruffian? I'll have you know I attend a manners class every Saturday.
Why would you have to just learn manners, dude?
I'm more than a mere gentleman. I'm a genteel man.
Here's the thing, bettering yourself? Wow. Great, love it, right? 100%. But like, why were you taking these manners classes in the first place? You know, you're a lawyer. You should know how to conduct yourself. Not when you're terrorizing a young lady or not. Get him. Absolutely get him, Athena. I demand my money back from that manners class if I were you. I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them, but it's really funny. Yeah, it's really good.
Mr. Payne, that would be enough. Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Miss Woods, please share with the court what you were doing when the bomb went off.
Here we go. Yeah, the I said it before, but like the jury, like the kind of like audience in the background makes it like so tense. Like you can kind of, I know they're not looking directly at us, but like it is kind of this thing where like, you know, there's people there now, you know, it's not just like in between the scenes now. Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. So this is the same as you said before. She was she was watching from the gallery because she became friends with Apollo. The bomb went off. A little cough. And rubble started falling. Yep. It fell on top of me. Jesus. It fell on top of you? Are you serious? Junie's clearly in pain being forced to recall a bombing like this. She can't even get her words out. This isn't going to work, so what now? Hey, wait a minute. Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's power, so this actually is a power that she has. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries in Miss Wood's heart. Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. Oh, she's sweating. She's so scared, I think she could collapse at any second. Athena has a unique ability, you see. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. In essence, she can sense how a person is really feeling from the tone of their voice. Guess it's all up to Athena and her special ability now. Okay, so like, how's this gonna work? Because there is like different mechanics each game that are like kind of supernatural, at least from the second game on. Like there's a lot of like really cool stuff like that. And they've been used like several times, so actually I'm interested to see what this is. I want you to use an analytical psychology you studied. And listen to the testimony of Miss Wood's heart. Okay, boss. I'll give it a go. I'll never get over her saying okay, boss to Phoenix. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical psychology. Let's go. Man, what the hell? In the courtroom? The yellow suits her so much. So your holographic thingamabob can show us how Miss Woods is feeling, right? In a nutshell, yes. The emotions and images that I picked up on just now while listening to her testimony. I can enter all of that into a widget and use the mood matrix to analyze them.
Mood matrix, activate.
Form of matrix. These mood markers here reflect fluctuations in Junie's emotions. What the hell? When she feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. This is really interesting. When she feels angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When she feels sadness or is frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. And when she feels surprised or confused, okay. Seems pretty, like, not straightforward, but like, no, it is straightforward. It is straightforward in terms of like, the actual mechanics of it. But it's like how, like, how this work, like, against, like, up against the actual, like, what do we have to do with it, is what I guess the question is. So with your special ability in widgets, the Moon Matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders. Talk about the wonders of technology. Yep, and let's give it a shot. I'm picking up on some kind of discord or noise in Junie's heart. What the hell? See here? This is the noise it looks like in the Moon Matrix. It's a result of inconsistency between her testimony and her feelings. If you can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop. Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Woods and her true testimony. Well, what a day. I was watching from the gallery, cough. The bomb went off, so that she was surprised here. Okay, the bomb went off and she was surprised here. This is so, the actual UI for this is incredible. It's so cool. And Rubble started falling. Oh no, look at her. Really great, it's a really great character design. And then she was happy. Wait, what? And it fell on top of me? Why was she happy? She was happy when it fell on top of her? I think I have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state right now. This power of Athena's is incredible. And I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the content of her testimony. Yes, it is. She said she was happy when she was, when Rubble was falling on her. Now, I don't know about you guys. It's not my personal thing. Other people can be into it, but I'm not into Rubble falling on me. What? Already? Yeah, here, yeah. So she's surprised, and look at this. When she says it fell on top of her, that happy marker is reacting, along with the surprise marker. Well, look at that. That is odd. That's incredibly odd. There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. We just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, you'll first need to pinpoint L1, it. Then select the unexpected emotion or reaction for the 4 mood markers. This is kind of neat, isn't it? It's just a new mechanic. So we go and that's actually super cool. I can't wait to use that more across the series. Widget is registering joy when Miss Woods recalls the rubble falling on her. There must be a reason for this unexpected emotion. Miss Woods, as the rubble was falling, was there also something that made you feel happy? What? Mr. Wright, the feeling of happiness is spreading throughout Junie's heart. Keep going on this point and I bet Junie will start to calm down. Great. Let's hear what she has to say. Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was startled. I tripped. And then the rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for. Oh, look at this one, look. But just then, Apollo came in. Oh, you like Apollo? Okay, understandable. Okay, case closed. If Apollo came and rescued me, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't mind rubble falling on me. Me every day. Oh no, more rubble. Apollo's like, Jesus, Calvin. Apollo? He used his own body to shield me from the rubble. So that's when he sustained those injuries. How do you feel, Junie? Did talking to Apollo give you some courage? It gives everyone courage. He is the courage maker. Yeah, so Apollo's just like the sun, strong and bright and warm. She gets it. She gets it. She's my comments, you know? She's me in the comments. Just talking about it makes me feel like a leaf undergoing a photosynthesis. Oh my god, she's on our side. She's on our side. Make her a mod. And see, your coughing stopped all of a sudden. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Athena. This is so sweet. This is so sweet. Noise level 50%, so we have to get through the noise. Looks like we have to draw out some of the new testimony. Pretty neat, huh? It's really cool. But there's still some noise left, meaning there must be still some discord in Junie's heart. I guess we'll have to keep going then. Let me input this new information and update the mood matrix and we'll be good to go. You remember what to do, right? When I find an unexpected emotion, I should first pinpoint it. That's right, and then you select it from the mood markers with X. If you can find a reason for the discord in our heart, then we should be able to draw even more new testimony out. I always like hate when I don't hate it, I think it's fun. But like when I go into the Irish accent, our heart. Find the testimony in our heart. People were saying I said guitar the other day. I had a guitar. This is so neat. I tried to run, but I was too slow. Before I could get away, the bomb went off. I was so startled I tripped and the rubble started falling on me. I thought I was done for. And then we have an info update. There he is, look. Oh my god, Apollo! You hero! You absolute hero! Wait, there's another inconsistency here because he's also, the blue one. Sadness. So maybe she's feeling like, while it's good to be rescued? While it's good to be rescued, it's also like at the same time, it's like maybe there's something that like, you know, made her feel like she didn't want to be looking at Apollo, hero. This one here? You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you? Again, it's so weird seeing him in 3D. I don't know what it is. It's so weird. Like, he's like much like, I guess just because it's not the 2D anymore, like it's how he should look. But he just looks so strong, you know? He looks like he could carry two crates of wine. You know what I mean? I don't know why I said 2 crates of wine for him. Maybe it's just because they're heavy. Who knows why? I don't even drink. Yes, I was really happy. But was there also something you felt sad about at the same time? Sad? The reason I ask is, when you were describing how you were rescued, we sensed a little sadness too. This is a good way to explain it, by the way, right? Because in court, you couldn't just be like, hey, the mood index is like this. Hey, this is what happened with her mood. I think what's like really cool about that is like it's not describing the actual mechanic itself. It's like picking up on like subtle signs and being like, hey, like we noticed that you had a bit of shakiness in your voice or something. That's actually really neat. Oh, I think it's probably because of the bum Rap Rhiny. The bum Rap Rhiny? Well, what do you know? Something new. That's right. I brought my stuffed animal, Bum Rap Rhiny, to watch the trial with me. But Rap Rhiny and Phony Fanty are brothers. That's why she picked up the Fanty. Who knew that the legal world could inspire a whole line of merchandise? I had a Bum Rap Rhiny with me while I was watching the trial. But it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realized I'd lost him as I was running away. Okay. My poor Rhiny. A victim of that terrible bomb. Oh, I know. You can see what he looks like in the poster. Oh my god, the bum rap. No more bum raps. That's actually pretty cool. It's for the campaign for the eradicate fake evidence of false charges. Phony Fanty and Bum Rap Rhiny, huh? Knocking against campaign, but white elephant and a rhinoceros. There is some, like, I think there is legal terms that come, with this stuff. And, like, whether it's talking about just, like, the elephant in the room. Or, like, but then again, it's, like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll be able to explain it. Mr. Wright, I don't sense any discord in Junie's heart anymore. So we got it? Noise level, 0%. Okay, so it's an easier one first. I'm guessing the mechanic will get a little bit more difficult as we're going forward. So I guess that means we managed to draw out all of our testimony. That's right. We'll just make an update with the new info, and we'll have the whole picture. So you think your new testimony will help? Absolutely. I don't know what I would have done without you, Athena. That's great. Great. Phoenix understands the value of a good partner. You know what I mean? He understands more than anyone the value of having a good partner. You know? He does. So Bum Rap Rhiny was in the courtroom when the bomb went off? Now that we know that, it changes the meaning of that other piece of evidence. All I have to do is present it at the right statement. So, okay, we have an info update. So I was watching from the gallery with Bum Rap Rhiny and tried to run, but I was too slow. Okay, so wait. Are we saying that then the tail doesn't belong? It doesn't belong to the actual Fanti, it belongs to Bum Rap Rhiny. There you go. Miss Woods, I know this trial has been very hard for you. It has. But you can relax now. You are without a doubt innocent. Look at this man. Get those white shoulders out. Look at him. Mr. Wright, what a wild assertion are you making now? Don't you start with me, Judge. My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail the defendant's fingerprints were found on wasn't that phony of the phony Fanti. It was the tail of her gallery companion, Bum Rap Rhiny. What a tune. Look at this. Listen to the song. Yeah, I love when they do this. Objection all you want, buddy.
What nonsense is that? I can see they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters, but they have the same tail. An elephant and a rhino, they're as distinct as defense lawyers and prosecutors.
Actually, when me and Edward get together, not that different. But are we really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace through law, me and Edgeworth. Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They're both grey, for example. Anyway, this poster's all I need to prove my assertion to be true. If I direct you to the court's attention here, you'll clearly see how the two got mixed up. This is our first time presenting on an actual piece of evidence, like, in front of us. There we go. Well, would you look at that? Doesn't he look older? The two tails are exactly the same. He looks a lot older. And I guess the games have been, he's gonna get older. I think they did a good job of making him look even older than he was before. Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals. But the design of their tails is the same. This is good. This is really good. Oh, there you go. We were waiting for it. Was anyone else waiting for it? Hands up.
Order in the court.
As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to Bum Rap Rhiny, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. All things stand, I consider the charges against the accused unsubstantiated.
Exactly, Judge.
Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Payne?
Yes, the music's so good.
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, that's great, Mr. Wright. You turn things right around. This is really strange. Like that Payne isn't gonna try something else. He has to, right? He has to. It's not yet, but at least we managed to hold out this long. Yeah, that's a good point.
I believe that brings our proceedings today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you.
We have to investigate? We're doing investigations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned.
December 17th, 11:56 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 5. I wonder, this is not always a normal occurrence when it comes to Phoenix Wright trials. They don't always do an investigation in between these, so I wonder if this may be a longer first trial than we're usually used to. I'm not complaining. I love the investigation aspects of stuff. That was so exciting, boss. We did it. We halfway did it. We still have to get her because tomorrow, while we're gonna be looking for stuff, the opposition is also gonna be looking for things as well to use as evidence as well. So, true to form, you managed to just barely pull it out at the very last moment. That's a very Phoenix thing to do. She's a great character design, really. True to form. Gee, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me. Everyone has the same opinion of you, Phoenix. Let's be honest here. Thank you for everything you're doing. You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out. And you got really brave at the end, just when we needed you to most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. This is such a good track. It's such a good track. Well, you were the one who gave me that courage, Athena. Really? Thanks. So be honest, was I any help at all? You were a lot of help. You were literally a deciding factor in finding out the truth. Of course. Look at his face. Without you, we would have never gotten out of that tight spot. Exactly. Yes, that's good to hear. I may still have lots to learn, but you can bet I'm going to give him my all. I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner. Why not now? That's what I like to hear. But I guess we're more helping her at this stage, or I guess analytical psychology, the ability to solve riddles of a person's heart. Athena's true potential is beginning to really shine through now. Hey, where's Apollo anyway? That's the thing. I want to see if he's okay. Good question. I almost forgot about him. I assumed he'd still be here in the lobby. Oh, I know. Maybe he's still in the courtroom number 4. Courtroom number 4? What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion? When I came out to the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about the bum Rap Rhiny. I told him I dropped the Rhiny in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. And then Apollo said he had an idea where Rhiny might be, so we went to take the look together. That's really cool of Apollo. Of course Apollo would do something like that. He can be pretty nice when he wants to be. He's such a sweetheart. He's so sweet. Yeah, he likes to razz people. Like him and like Trucy have such a fun like brother-sister relationship, but you know, he's a really sweet guy. So you went looking for Rhiny together before you were called back into the courtroom number 5? Yes. I'd had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then they called me into the courtroom, number 5, to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though. With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing. Yeah, he was told to, the reason why we wanted him to rest. We wanted him to feel better. We wanted our boy to feel better. I think Apollo might have figured something out. Good. Wonder what it was. He told me I'm going to look for evidence. Clear your name, Juniper. He's a good man. Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence? Anyway, we better go and get him. Good idea. December 17, 12, 11 p.m. District Court, Courtroom, number 4. I love these animated cutscenes. They're so good.
And I know you're...
Wait. No. No. Who? No. Who? No, do not. Who did this? Oh, no. Someone hit him with a rock? They are dead. Who would do this? Okay. The animated cutscenes are incredible, but Jesus Christ, Apollo. So someone just slapped him across the head with a rock, knowing he was already injured, so he found something. He for sure found something. He found something nobody wanted him to find. That has to be it. He better be okay. All I'm saying is, he better be okay. If he's not okay, I'm going to be very upset. I'm going to be very, very upset if he's not okay. That's just straight up. Oh yeah, next chapter for sure. Like hitting someone, that's attempted murder. Like if he's not dead, hitting someone with a giant piece of stone could literally end their life in a second. I swear to God, he better be okay. I swear to God, even if it doesn't even matter. He's even slightly hurt. We're going to kill this person. Okay, is that fair? Everyone's agreeing? Good. December 18th, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. I swear to God. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. But given how things ended yesterday... Good morning. So, do we have an update? The mood sure is tense. Not that it's any surprise. I mean, yeah, of course. Like, I'm not feeling too good right now. And I'm not even there. Oh, hey, did you read the paper this morning, boss? The paper? That came out of left field. Yeah, first thing is, you didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news. What's the big news? Somebody spotted an abominable snowman way up in the mountains. You have an amazing smile, right? I think what she's trying to do is trying to like break the tension here, I think. Because obviously it's going to be tension filled. Like, you know, our boy just got hit with a rock. Everyone in this room clearly cares about him a lot. I think it's such a testament to Apollo's character that like you had so many people like excited to see him, you know, when we went into the room there. And then for everyone so upset when this happened too. Tell me you know the difference between paper and a tabloid, Athena. It might show up in the forest where you live, Junie. Oh, no, don't scare her. So you better watch out, okay? Oh, she's not feeling it. She's not even feeling it. You really should read the story for yourself. I couldn't even begin to do it justice. Justice? Oh, no. Huh? I think you set her off. Oh, poor Apollo. Yeah, his last name. That's all my fault. No, you can't see it like that. You can't, because Apollo wouldn't see it like that whatsoever. Like, if the thing is, whoever found whatever evidence that he found was getting hit with that rock. Straight up. Whoever's going to find it was getting hit with that rock for sure. Athena. Oh, it's so sweet how much she cares about Apollo. Oh, Junie, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. Look at the surprise on the necklace as well. I don't like seeing this image at all. What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, here's the thing. I know he wasn't dead because by God, if he was dead and they just went and she started talking about abominable snowmen the next day, and we just didn't postpone the whole trial, it would be a whole thing. But also, this is attempted murder, so like this trial just went. Obviously, like the bomb is more serious, but I'm saying like this is now added to the charges. He'd been assaulted by someone, a blow to the head, and was lying unconscious. That's so dangerous, man. You were trying to kill someone that way. He rushed to the hospital. We rushed him to the hospital right away, and it looks like he's going to pull through. He better. It would have still quite a shock to stumble onto a scene like that. 110%, because again, the history that all these characters have, well, especially Phoenix has when it comes to like trials and stuff, we've seen so many outcomes of like death and murder with blood. The first ever trial that we did in these games was blunt force trauma. The first ever trial with a clock, right? Is Miss Woods all right, Athena? Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on that sofa over there. I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. That's a good person, though. That's a good person, because, like, again, like, I'm not saying, like, bad people can feel guilt as well, but, like, I mean, like, this is not even nearly her fault. She is in a position that, like, no one should be in, you know? Poor Junie. She believes that the reason that Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom. It is the reason, but again, he would have done it regardless. That's Apollo. Oh, yes, I can see why she'd think that, but it's not because of her. It's because, like, he would have done this for anyone. He really would have done this for anyone. He, like, to find out the answers behind this trial. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yeah, you know, I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Good man, Phoenix. Me? I'm doing just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who study analytical psychology are great at times like these. After all, they learn to control their emotions too. You don't have to, though. You know what I mean? It's okay to be upset. I think Phoenix is so good at picking up on this as well. He's been with so many characters, and he's seen so many characters go through so many horrible things. You know, he doesn't want people to ever suffer like that. Somehow, I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. Exactly. Yeah. And again, like I said, Phoenix understands. But there's no denying she's a real trooper. Apollo doesn't remember a thing, does he? Yeah, he can't recall anything from the time right before that he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in courtroom before or who assaulted him. The doctor said it's probably due to that hit that he took to the head. Assaulted in a court of law and losing your memory at that. I know how that feels. Yep. But who in the world would do such a thing, huh, Mr. Wright? Just wait till I get my hands on the coward who hurt Apollo. Yes, our Apollo. Now, Athena. I thought you said we were going to control your emotions. She can be angry if she wants. Let's just focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I admit, I'm just as upset as you. Okay, boss, you're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name. That's the spirit. Now, let's see. I better check the court record one more time before the trial starts. So we're not doing an investigation. We're just going straight into the trial again. Okay. I didn't see that coming. I genuinely thought we were going to have, like, an investigation. But, like, honestly, like, I think maybe, like, it is the first trial, I guess, you know. Earth to Mr. Wright. I'm ready whenever you are. All right. Let's get ready to rumble. So we'll go over the court record is what they want us to do. So maybe they actually wanted me to do that myself. So cause of death, trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. Time of death between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. It was inside a stuffed animal. We know that. This is the phony Fanty, but it's actually not the phony Fanty. It's the Rhino, the bad Rap Rhino. We have the switch that turns on the bomb transport case. In terms of... We don't have... we do have character profiles, but how do we get to them? There we go. So we have assaulted during the trial yesterday. Thankfully, he's going to be okay, but he's still at the hospital undergoing treatment. Really handsome. Yeah, I don't know. They always add those weird things to it, but it's crazy. Our client in this case is a kind-hearted girl who loves nature, and she apparently lives in the forest. Poor Juniper. Candace Arme, the victim in this case, a detective who was heading up the investigation of the bombing incident. So again, there's silence. Maybe it's like a lot of silencing going on here. Athena Sykes, a young rookie lawyer at our agency. She's also our client's friend. Gasping Pain, the prosecuting attorney, the younger brother of another prosecutor. No, this one lacks presence too. I don't know, those glasses are pretty, like, cool. Ted Tonate, a police bomb specialist. He was in charge of handling the bomb that explodes in the courtroom. Age 42. Let's go. With everything that happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. There we go. Okay. Yeah, because we thought there was going to be an investigation. Because that's what usually happens in the break of a trial, but no. I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right for Miss Wood's sake. And Apollo's too. Yes, Apollo's involved now, too. Yep. But he always was involved. He was in the bombing, like, when it happened. December 18th. 9:50 a.m. District Court. Courtroom. Number 5. The way they do this is really cool. Court is now in session. All rise. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is also ready, Your Honor.
Now then. I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question?
I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor.
I must say I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed.
I like this judge. The judge. I love him this time around. We're disappointed in you, Mr. Payne.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Aha! Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am. Hopefully. Handsome man. I tell you that much.
There is a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial.
A separate matter, you say? And what might that be?
I assume you're aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial.
Exactly, yeah, we have to bring it up. We definitely have to bring it up.
I'm speaking, of course, of the assault of Mr. Justice in the ruins of Courtroom number 4.
Oh, why is he bringing that up?
Yes, what a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice.
It was horrible.
At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods.
You're not doing this, are we? Wait, no. Please. He isn't going where I think he's going with this, is he?
The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault.
Of course you would. Look at this shot.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. The assault on Mr. Justice has nothing to do with, the dual-sense wireless control battery level is low, with this trial.
But I believe there is a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in the courtroom number 4. This is the location in the courtroom number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it's quite close to where Detective Alma's body was found.
Wait. Are we saying there's a possibility that the detective maybe wasn't killed by like falling rubble, but was killed by a shot to the head? And maybe it wasn't falling rubble after all.
The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice?
Why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne?
I believe Justice found something in that courtroom while Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing.
You need to stop trying to put her in jail, or I will literally tell on you. Please stop.
You mean he found some incriminating evidence?
Well, what did he find?
Precisely, and so I surmised that the defendant picked up a piece of rubble and, hit Mr. Justice on the back of the head in order to silence him.
Where's your proof? Where's the proof?
Objection!
Oh, nice, Athena. Junie would never do such a thing. Not as nice, but like, I get the passion. She was devastated when you found Apollo was hurt like that. That's true.
Miss Sykes, please control your outbursts.
It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating on Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself.
Very well. Miss Woods is hereby officially indicted on the charge of assaulting Mr. Justice.
Judge, legitimately, I think the only... Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to think about this, like, obviously, like, in my head, there's, like, parts to my brain that are thinking about this. Obviously, there's parts of my head that are like, man, there's, like, little to no proof. The other part of it is the last person that was seen with him was the defendant who was already being accused of this crime. Now, the only thing I would say is, Juniper is a nervous wreck. Why would the first thing she do, the first thing I would do if I was in Juniper's shoes, who was a nervous wreck, if I actually did it, like, you're not going to be like, oh yeah, he's in courtroom number 4, hanging out in there, right? I feel like she'd be the type, if she did do it, she'd be like, oh, I don't know, I know she'd be vague about it, because like she was vague at the start, you know? I don't know, I just don't think she did it yet. Maybe, like, if it turns out she did do it, I'll be shocked, and I'll throw my hands up and say I was wrong. What are you listening to, Mr. Toupee over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday, I think Apollo might have figured something out. I wonder what it was. He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Maybe the two incidents really are related after all.
I would like to start by hearing from the defendant herself.
Very well, bailiff. Please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand.
Oh, a poor little cough. I'm super worried about this. I'm super worried about where this is gonna go. I'm sorry. I can't seem to stop. It's nervousness. I think she coughs more when she's nervous. I think it's probably like her allergies flare up or something. Miss Woods. Okay, she's still really upset about Apollo. Yeah, we all are.
Miss Woods, you went to the rooms of the courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Good, good. If you would then please testify about what happened to the court.
Already a testimony, man. That's like, again, like, I forget, like, in these games, like, how quickly we have to go, not quickly, but how, like, straightforward some things can be in between, like, the actual character moments. Like, it is actually really, like, efficient, scarily so, because I think they're trying to catch you off your toes sometimes and make you feel like there is, like, an urgency to it, you know? Even though you can, like, I can do something like this and talk right now, but there is, like, hey, let's do it, you know? During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me and we went to the courtroom rooms together. What a sweetheart. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in the courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Whatever, such a kind person. I believe her. I believe her. Why would you attack Apollo? That's the best defense you could have. Why would anyone attack Apollo?
So Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell. What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was only outstanding feature.
You saw him go through hell last game there, Judge. He's a really good lawyer. He may look like a little impotence, but Apollo can really be nice too. I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding that one out. It was a very backhanded compliment. But like almost like, you know, I don't know. Like I feel like there's love behind when Trucy, or I can even feel it when Athena makes fun of Apollo. It's very clearly come from a place of like, you know, we care about each other. Or at least we're friends.
But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins?
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Something? What kind of something?
Something to do with the courtroom bombing, kind of something, I think.
Oh, new evidence for the case, was it? That's a very big kind of something indeed.
Yeah, this is huge. Whatever it was, it's going to be the deciding factor, I bet. I believe so. He mentioned looking for some evidence, and when I was called away.
Objection. Shut up. Just as I thought, there is a connection between the two incidents.
Honestly, Payne hasn't been that bad at all. Even though I'm saying shut up to him, I think I'm just like, you know, trauma from like recent games, the way he would like try to like twist things. Honestly, hasn't been that like disrespectful to, you know, he's been very pushy and battering and stuff, I guess, but like compared to like how he has been in previous games, I actually think he's like not doing a terrible case, if you know what I mean. Like he's doing a good job of like, you know, he gets backed into a corner and he slips out through the cracks and then like backs us into a little bit of a corner, which I think like is what makes a fun prosecutor in these games.
But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor.
What is the lie?
What lie is that?
When she learned Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him.
What's your evidence for this?
She attacked him to give herself a chance to destroy the evidence.
But why would she say, hey, he found evidence and then attack him? And after attacking him? That would be so silly. Because then you know there's evidence around the place. No, I never.
Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence. We found the proof of her foul deed there in the courtroom ruins.
Wait, what? Did we not see the writing before? What? What on earth? Do you see it?
There in front of Mr. Justice's right hand.
Wait, what?
The witness, the message he left us.
It's written in blood.
Woods. Why isn't that?
That's right, Your Honor.
It says Woods. Wait, did we not see that? In capital letters. What?
I submit that Mr. Justice left us with the name of his attacker before he fainted.
Wait, how did we not notice that? How on earth? How? That can't be true. Why would Apollo write my name? Mr. Wright, the nerve of him leaving that message. Why would he do this? I didn't even notice it before. Like, honestly, Athena, we were maybe so worried about Apollo himself. Like, I think there has to be a reason. There has to be a reason he wrote this. Hey, don't take it out of me. I don't understand any more than you do. When we discovered Apollo yesterday. Apollo. No. Yeah. Did we see? I didn't see any writing. We didn't even have a chat. Oh, okay. Wait. We just called security. Okay. So we didn't see it. As security heard Athena's scream, they ran into the cordoned off area. After that, they were in the court and were forward with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves and had to leave everything to the police. Still, I never thought they would find some bloody writing there.
Now then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This is rough. I guess it makes sense, like, if we didn't notice it because we just went straight to get help for Apollo. You know, us going in there and rushing in wouldn't have done anything for him. Alone with Apollo. During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me, and we went to the courtroom ruins together. Okay, so, again, like, I don't... Yeah. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Apollo insists on staying behind in the court number 4. So I want to press 2 and 4 so far, right? Because I feel like there's because here the first one here it's like, yeah, I think that genuinely could be the case. This one it's like, yeah, this is 100% true as well. And it's not that these are untruthful, right? It's not that these ones are untruthful here. I think they just will glean more information about like what when they went together, what they might have found, like why did he say anything else, So let's press 2 and 4. Why exactly did you go to the courtroom rooms? We went to look for my medicine. Okay, to stop my coughing. Your medicine? Why would your medicine be in court number 4? I dropped it in the heat of the moment. Oh, so she's been doing this whole trial without her medicine? That's actually very sad. Rap Rhiny. He was keeping my medicine safe from me. Oh, it was just like you can keep the bomb in one of them, you kept the medicine that one. Okay, makes sense. Here's a little compartment that I can put things in, you see. And Phony Fanti has the same type of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted, yeah. I put my medicine for my coughing fits inside of Rap Rhiny. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much rubble in there. I was worried, but there was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand. So when we got inside, Apollo went straight there and started looking for my Rhiny in that area. She loves this man. She's describing in detail the moment-to-moment things she did to help her. It was so nice of him to do that for me. There you go. In spite of all his injuries. Yeah, she's moment-to-moment describing this. He put one foot in front of the other. Apollo is so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest. Yeah. So basically, okay. So all we have with that, when it comes to that, the way she makes him sound, you think Apollo was some kind of ancient god? Maybe. Oh wait. Apollo, yeah. So that's why you went to the ruins, I see. It seems to be quite an important fact. Please add to your testimony. Okay. So Apollo started looking for Rap Rhiny near the witness stand where there was no rubble. So that's what's important, is that the fact that there's no rubble. So, hold on a second here. We have the actual courtroom diagram here. Yeah, there isn't any. Is there any rubble here? Or would that be considered? Well, there's rubble around it. Right? There's rubble around it. Like you could look at the witness stand, but not around the witness stand, is what we're looking at here. So we could present this and say this is what we saw. Like we can say like, hey, like you couldn't go around the witness stand. Yeah, near the witness stand. So he couldn't go near the witness stand because it was like all rubbled out. And he didn't even make it to the witness stand over here. Okay, I'm happy presenting that. Yeah, there's a reason why they added this to testimony. I'm very happy with presenting that then. If we get it wrong, we get it wrong. It's fine.
Objection!
It's fine. Yep, okay. So we started to search with the witness stand, you say? That's right, I guess maybe he wanted to start from the furthest point in the room. He was being so brave and strong. Oh, the little cough gets me every time. But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he should have been capable of that. But he was, and he still is. He might not look it, but he really is brave and kind too. I know this. He's so kind. Little shake its head, and that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a crush on Apollo. Okay, Phoenix, call me out. I'm literally supporting you. I bought your games. I bought all of your games. I've literally bought all of your games. In front of everybody, Phoenix? What are you claiming is something that no one should have been able to do?
But I should think that anyone can be brave and kind if they want to be, Mr. Wright.
True, anyone can be brave and kind, but if you would please take a look at this diagram. With the courtroom in the state, how is it possible to walk up to the witness stand? Exactly. Oh. I see your point. The rubble blocks off the access to the area around the witness stand. Kind of, yeah. Like you couldn't go in front of it, and you couldn't go to the left side, or like you couldn't. Actually, no, you couldn't go to the right. You could go to the actual like pedestal,
But beyond that, you couldn't see him.
Does a tiny inconsistency even matter? Perhaps the witness is simply misremembering it.
Great, now I'm not so sure it matters.
A real man doesn't make a mountain out of molehills, you know.
You remember you saying this. No, I do think it does matter because I feel like I don't think she's describing what Apollo was doing in great detail. I don't know if she would forget the details. But that's precisely what Mr. Wright does best. Excuse me, Judge. Judge. In previous games, characters have literally been like, have called for witnesses to be executed on the charge of stealing, on evidence that isn't even fully there yet. And you've been like, well, I have to go to the shop. But we like him this time. I call slander, Your Honor.
So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I have to say, it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy from just this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any other photos of the crime scene?
Let me see, Your Honor. Yes. I have you one more. Here it is.
That's the... Oh, that's not the stand. It's the actual, the bomb thing. Oh, okay. So, okay. My bad. I thought that this thing here was the thing you stand on, but it's actually the bomb thing. No, not the bomb thing. What's it called? The bomb transport case. Yeah. Apollo's assault photo updated. I didn't even see the writing. I don't like... Again, it's a beautiful artwork, but I don't like when we see him getting hurt. Huh? What's that hunk of metal on wheels? Mr. Payne, is a metallic object in that photo of Mr. Tonate's bomb transport case?
That's right. Is there some problem?
Oh yes, the transport case was there in the corner before when the bomb went off. It must have been there ever since.
Oh, that's it. You remember something? Miss Woods, have you remembered something? Yes, I just realized. Its position. It's different from before. It's position, so someone moved it. They moved it because that would make perfect sense then. Why, yeah. He would be able to go closer to the witness stand and everything before they moved the actual, the containment thing. The position of what? The position of that big metal thing. The bomb transport case? Yes, when Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the case is in the photo was open space, so it was easy to search the stand. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. She doesn't forget details. She described what Apollo did in details. I'm pretty sure she could describe the creases in his, jacket. I see. So where was the transport case when you, Mr. Justice, saw it? As I recall, I think it was more to the right. To the right? Then that means... In that case, the case was over there at the time of the bus. So where Woods was written?
Who cares where the transport was then? What difference does it make? It has nothing at all to do with what we were talking about.
It does. It's right, it's where the thing would be. Where the transport case has everything to do with the discussion. Yeah, it's right where the writing of Woods would be. So you're actually in trouble now. And you will be executed, Mr. Payne. In fact, it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecutor's argument on its ear.
What?
Well, that certainly does sound very relevant indeed. And you sound as though you know where the case was at the time of the attack.
Yes, Your Honor. This diagram represents the crime scene as shown in the photo. And this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. I have this, I have this. The bomb transport case was here at the time of Apollo's attack. Here. Right over the writing to the right. Yep. Your Honor, I assert that this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault. This changes a lot because then how is he going to move it after he freaking gets hit with a rock?
But that's...
Inconceivable.
Dude, can I say, you should be proud. Your hair looks awesome, even if it is, a little bit receding. It's never gonna look bad. You should just accept it. Mr. Woods was where the transport case, Mr. Woods, Miss Woods, sorry. Was this where the transport case was when you saw it? Yes, that's where it was. Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noted an interesting fact about the position. He could not have written those words after he got hit with a frickin' rock. How could he move the transport case?
The transport case covers up the writing in the blood.
Exactly. If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no message could have been written there because the case was in the way. Which leads us to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have left that bloody writing. Get him.
Objection.
Why should we believe the defendant's claim that the case was in a different position?
Because like it doesn't make any sense to me why this girl would like know every detail about Apollo but not know where the case position was.
She's obviously lying.
Oh, now we just. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because earlier on you were willing to give her a bit of a leeway when it accepted when it was good for you.
Objection.
The fact that the case was moved after the assault on Mr. Justice is proved more by Miss Wood's than Mrs. Wood's testimony alone.
What? And where is this proof you're talking about?
It's right here in the crime photo.
I'm keen to see this proof myself, Mr. Wright.
One of this photo indicates the transport was moved after the assault. There's something here that like that proves this. There's tracks on Apollo's, like, yeah, look at this. There's tracks. I didn't even notice that at first, but there's tracks going all the way here, and they're like ran over Apollo's, so they would have had to have like passed over here, over, yes. 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 Please take a look at the mark of the runes over Mr. Justice's bandages here.
I see it. But what is it?
This mark was made by one of the casters from the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. Then after Mr. Justice was assaulted, the transport case was moved. That is so good. I love those little details, like seeing that type of thing where like you can just see the, like, I guess this is not the expanded version, it's the expanded version, like seeing like the tire tracks and just noticing that stuff. It's like one of the most rewarding things. It's so small now because obviously it's going to be easier in the first trial. It'll get harder, but like that type of stuff is what I love about the Ace Attorney series.
What?
Just as Miss Wood said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to have left that message in blood. Get him. Absolutely get him. Get him. That's so awesome. That's so good. And so look at this like, panning shot as well. You did it, boss. It was a real nail biter there, but you pulled it off. Yep. That should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards.
Order in the court. Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction.
Oh, it's nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. I love that, like, okay, can I be completely honest with you? It was obviously that, like, you know, Phoenix was going through a lot of stuff in the last game. I do love that we have, like, nervous Phoenix back, you know? Cool guy Phoenix was cool for a while. We got nervous Phoenix back. Boss, I'm sensing a definite smug and braggy vibe coming off you. That's your heart thing, right? You can read my heart.
I've just one question, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor? Oh, no.
If Mr. Justice didn't leave the message in the blood, and who did?
When the music stops in an Ace Attorney game, you know you've either effed up. Yeah, you know, it usually like music plays when we do something right, and music stops when we kind of F up sometimes, you know? Or when we get like a proper objection, it stops for a bit. What?
Oh.
He saw a lifeline. He saw a lifeline. Well. Looks like I should have taken that train of thought through to the last station. It's tough sometimes, especially when you get excited, man. In this game, like, I would keep going too.
Well, I've heard a lot about this. So this Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it?
And this feeling, it brings back memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin.
Gee, Mr. Wright, the judge kind of makes you sound no better than a 2-bit con man.
You made your argument with such confidence, Mr. Wright. Now I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence.
Oh no! See, again, like, this happens, and it's so good. It's such a good, because again, it makes you feel this excitement. This air is like lifting you up, and then it drags you back down to earth. And until the judge asked the question, you didn't catch on either, Buster. I love people calling people Buster. What now, boss?
I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner.
Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way through this. Look at the shop. I have to dig my way to the truth somehow. Who could have written that message in the blood? The culprit. Yeah, the culprit. If Apollo didn't leave that bloody writing, maybe it was Apollo's attacker who wrote it, and maybe it looked like Apollo did it? That seems like the most reasonable explanation. But wait a minute. I just realized something, boss. What is it? Look at the amount of blood in the photo. It doesn't look like Apollo bled very much. That's true. Like, I was thinking, like, you'd have to, like, I know this is horrible, so, you know, click off if you think this is horrible. You'd have to, like, literally put the finger up to the wound and, like, press it even, like, over and over again. I wonder if it's even possible to write out woods in just that much. You're right. Good thing Apollo didn't lose that much blood. That may be a factor in why he survived the assault, exactly. And since there was so little blood, that pretty much rules out the attacker, huh? I guess so. But if it wasn't his attacker, then who else could have been? Who could have... Wait. Someone else? If it wasn't Apollo, who could have the bloody message? Wait. What? Who could... Defendant in this case, she accused of the courtroom of bombing and the assault on Apollo. So it has to be between these people. So this is like, okay, let's assume this is attacker. So, like, okay, could not be, right? Obviously could not be. So Juniper could have done it, but again, I don't think she would have, right? Like, how could she do it? If there's no, she didn't have a marker, she didn't have any blood on her. Oh no. Right, listen. Right, I think it could be the actual victim who was bleeding all over the place who wrote Woods. Because it would make perfect sense then, right? It would make perfect sense. Because they wouldn't have found it because they haven't moved the actual transportation thing yet because it's a part of the crime scene, so they haven't moved it yet. So maybe she wrote that when she got hit. Oh, Juniper, you didn't do something, did you? Because, okay, like I was saying, we rule it out. We go, yeah, we go, no, 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 no. And then it's between, like, these two. I was going to say that she's dead, but then again, like, it was written before in blood. There wasn't enough blood for Apollo. And so it's only between Juniper and Armin, but, like, again, I was going to be like, oh, it has to be Juniper because she's dead. But if it was written before this was moved, it could be in her blood. Because it wouldn't. She would not have gotten a chance to write this beforehand. When would she get the chance to write it? Under the thing. Wait a second though. Because she wrote... The transport thing must have been moved. So how would she have written it? How would Armin have written it? Unless it was moved again. Over the writing. Unless someone moved it over the writing. Juniper didn't move oh no. Wait. This is... Okay, I'm going to go with this answer because I believe it was written before this and then covered over. Well, how would you get to cover it over? That's the only thing. Well, okay. Yep. To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this. It's the only one that, like, makes sense that would write it in blood. Who could write it in blood. But if come this far, there's no turning back. Besides Apollo, there's one more person who shed blood at this crime scene. A person who shed blood? You don't mean... Guys, and we're going to end the video here. Actually, look, let's go through this for a second. But I do. I believe it was Candace Army who left behind this message in blood. What? It's a crazy assertion. What? Detective Army? Are you sure you know what you're doing here? Not really.
Objection!
What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If you had said the attacker left a message to throw people off, it might have made sense.
At first glance, that would seem to be the most reasonable explanation, however. Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write that's what I was thinking, but again, the only thing that's confusing me is the movement of the box. The movement of the actual containment thing. Uh-oh, sorry. I see, even the photo makes it clear there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters. And Mr. Justice did survive. I suppose he didn't bleed very extensively in that case.
But why would Detective Army write the defendant's name? There's no connection between the two whatsoever.
And I didn't even know the lady who was killed.
It's true.
I made the investigation to turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. They never even met each other.
That's very true. Well then, let's see.
I feel like this is actually a much better place to actually end the video.
This is crazy. So like, why would she write it in? Like, again, I understand that it's very possible she should write Woods, but I'm like confused about the movement of the box, right? But she's like, again, I don't think Juniper would do it. That's the only thing. I'm glad we had less people so we'd actually like ascertain who could do that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this series, guys. Thank you so much for supporting the series. I haven't actually seen the reaction to the first episode yet, but I just like, you know, the Phoenix Wright audience is really cool. So I'm thanking you anyway. Thank you so much to Tyfire 2, JB Bull, Johnny the Banana, the Ghost of the Zoo, Felicious Felix, Ezkun, Yule, Radish, Anusta, Shabata Bread, Malcolm Dave, V-Mika, Death Trap, and Lynx Markey. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.